E hika mā tēnā tātou katoa, nau mai hoki mai ki tēnei kawenga kōrero ko Turanga Health is Wealth te ingoa. Welcome back to episode 5 of Turanga Health is Wealth. If you're just joining us, this is a podcast series all about all the things that our local hauora Māori provider here in Turanganui-a-Kiwa offer te whānau. Today I'm talking to someone who has taken on a massive lifestyle challenge and smashed it. Stopping smoking is no easy feat. Here to tell us her story is Shelley Wharepapa. Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kei te pēhea.
Kei te pai.
I guess tell us how it all started for you.
I was doing a course at EIT and they had the thing quit smoking going around, and I didn't really take much notice of it until one of our lovely ladies, Julie, she said, "Oh, you're a smoker, you should give up." I said, "Oh, I'm not ready." And she said, "Oh yeah." So a week went past and I thought, "Oh, I'll make a bit of try." So yeah, I jumped on the wagon and it was pretty hard, but it was pretty cool. Got some meanies, incentives, and it was just pretty crazy. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Had no really thing about giving up, but just wanting to change my life, change waking up, and instead of having a smoke in the first thing in the morning, you know, I wanted to change that. So yeah, jumped on board. Was a little bit crazy. I was promised a gym membership, but I never got it. I was waiting for our email, and I didn't do it. I didn't get one, so I just made my own gym. So I took up walking, and I'd walk like every day. So I walked from my house and walk over the hill, down Lyle, down Huxley, through the alleyway, and right around to Murdoch, cross over to Wainui, past Sponge Bay and come back up Tyndall Road. Yeah, so I did that every day for the challenge, and I would post it up on the page. And there was this one house that every time I passed it, I'd smelt cigarette, and I'd say, because it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd say, "Join Turanga Health and quit smoking. It'll do you wonders." Well, it's done me wonders, yeah. And it was pretty hard for the first week, you know, and I just went cold turkey. I didn't smoke, I didn't vape. I had those spray things. And it was those spray things that really got me off, because they are terrible. They are terrible. So when you spray it in your mouth, if you go to have a cigarette, it just tastes really terrible. And I did it. So I had a cigarette, and oh my gosh, I just couldn't.
So was that in the first week, you sort of like, oh, I just need one?
I thought, I wonder if this really does work. So I thought, I'll give it a go. And I took that first puff at OMG. I never picked up another cigarette after that. And then the weeks started coming on, and I was like getting my taste buds back. Like I got my taste buds back. I wasn't choking first thing in the morning. My health thing started really being really cool for me, for my kids. I don't pick up the cigarette anymore. And first thing you do is light up the cigarette, and the whole house smells like cigarette. But now it doesn't. And it was long, it was hard, but I did it. Yeah. Even the incentives were great. So if you blew 5 and under, you get an incentive. And
what does that mean? You've got to blow into a machine?
Yeah, and it tells you how much nicotine you got in your system. So my first blow was a 9, and then my second one I blew was, I think it might have been an 8 or something. And I was shocked because I had gone the whole week without having a cigarette. I was like, man, I must have a lot of nicotine in my system. And then the week after that, I blew a 5. And every week after that, I didn't blow anything higher than a 5. And I got heaps of incentives. I got a butcher voucher. I got a warehouse voucher. Yeah, it was just really cool. It was really cool to get the incentives. It was hard at first, but then we cracked it. And then I won the whole challenge. Like I won, I think it was like $1,000 worth of prizes. Yeah, and I'm still smoke free today. So 400 days. Yeah, going on to 1,000. I want to make it to 1,000 days, which is like, I don't know, a few years. So, and that's my next goal. I said if I can do 1 day, then I can do 10 days. Then I said if I can do 10 days, then I can do 100 days. And I just kept adding a 0 onto each thing, and I cracked it.
How were you tracking yourself?
Oh, like I just put it on the page every day, put it into my notes and my calendar, and like I just jotted down everything, even the hard days or the stressful days where I just wanted to pick up a cigarette and just be cool, but it's not cool. I know that now, which is I'm so cool because I gave up. And there was a lot of us on it, and I think I might have been the only one that really did the cold turkey thing and gave up, and I'm still smoke-free today.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I'm impressed with myself. Yeah. I didn't think I would be able to do it, but the incentives and just my mind telling me that you don't want to smoke anymore. And the savings of the money, so I was putting the money away. $75 a week. I was spending.
How many packs is that?
Oh, no, that's just the 130-gram rolls. Yep. Yeah, and I would make that last for the whole week, sometimes a little bit longer, because I wanted to slow down on my smoking. So instead of getting up first thing in the morning and having a cigarette, I'd wait till like after 10 o'clock every day. So that kind of helped me slow down on smoking and then to eventually give up. So yeah, that's how I kind of pretty much did it. With no help from Turanga Health. But they were so awesome though. Medi, she was so cool. Every driver, and she was a crack up. So
who's Medi? Tell us about Medi.
Yeah, she actually was the one that threw me in here. Yeah, it was Medi. She wasn't like my coach or anything, and that was another thing. We were supposed to have a coach, didn't get a coach, didn't get the gym membership, so I just took it upon myself. I thought that they didn't want me to give up.
You had the little push,
Yeah.
I guess you had that first sort of push to make a decision.
Yeah, I did, and I made that decision. Yeah. It was a hard decision because to me I was like, I want to give up, but then I don't want to give up. Oh, it's going to be hard, but I don't want to give up, and all of that was going on in my head, and then I just, I'm going to give up. And then I told myself, and because I was at level 3 carpentry course, I was trying to get the people on the course to give up too, so that I wasn't doing it alone. But no one took the bait, so I did it by myself. But my other friends, they were doing the smoke-free challenge too, so yeah, they gave me a little bit of some ups too, well, if I can do it, they can do it. If they can do it, I can do it.
So Turanga Health goes to the people. So they came to EIT, and they also sort of set up outside the local shops.
Yeah, they did, and they had a barbecue. When you have food, everybody's coming, And then they're like, do you want to go out smoking? I'm like, oh. I just saw them there. Oh, yeah. And it was Medi that was at the barbecue. And And I thought, oh yeah, okay, I'll take one of those papers. And then I just thought about it, went into the Turanga Health the next day and said, hi. And hi Mary, she's like, hi. Gonna do, yes, okay. And so we signed up, got the spray. And yeah, it started from there. The spray is terrible. Terrible, terrible stuff, but good stuff, because it made me give up. So I sprayed my mouth twice, and it was terrible. It tasted yuck. Never ever would you ever want that type of taste in your mouth. And then just imagining having a cigarette with that stuff in your mouth, it was a big put off for me. So every time I saw the spray, I went, oh no, I don't want the spray. And every time I could see someone else's spray on the table, I would walk away from the spray. And it was that really motivated me to give up, because I didn't want that awful taste in my mouth. And yeah, and I just went from there. So every day I did my walk, I posted it up in the page, and everyone was so supportive on the page. Some weren't like supportive, or well, they were supportive, just they weren't like doing it.
Waiting to see if you fail.
Fail, yeah. Yeah, I thought that too, no comments and all that, but far out. I even shocked myself with the first week not having the smoke. And then the second week come, and then I really wanted the smoke, so I said, if I'm walking, then I'm not smoking. Yeah. So I chose to walk. I did walk a lot of kilometres. And that really stopped me from smoking. So when I did want to smoke, I'd just go for a walk. Because if I'm walking, then I'm not smoking.
How was your breathing?
My breathing was terrible when I first started. But now I'm like, I don't wake up in the middle of the night choking, coughing, and when I'm walking, don't get out of breath. I'm still walking. But yeah, I love it actually, because I'm so much healthier. I'll save a lot of money. So I thought, I'm going to save all my money up for like the next 10 weeks. I'm going to get like $750. And I got to 4 weeks and I thought, wow, I got like $300 after 4 weeks. And I thought, wow, I'm going to go spend it up. So yeah, me and my kid went and spent it up. And I love not buying cigarettes. And they're just going up and up. They're killing our people. I just wish that everyone else would try and give up the smoking. Go to Turanga Health, they'll help you. You get mean incentives, you get, all these goodies and treats, I suppose, and then you get to win things at the end of the thing. It was really, I was shocked I won. I didn't even realise I won. It wasn't until I got to my cousin's house and I said, look what I got, because it was a Christmas hamper. And then Tracy went and rang me, and I said, oh, look, it's Tracy. Oh, hoping nothing's wrong. And I said, oh, hi, Tracy, what are you up to? And she said, girl, I got all these prizes in the boot of my car. I said, oh, that's nice. And she said, they're yours. I said, oh, what? She said, are you at home? I said, no, I'm not. I'm at my cousin's. So she came around to my cousin's and she flicked the boot. I was like, what the? Yeah, I was just overwhelmed. And then I said, well, why did I win? Because there was everyone else that was joined it too. And she said, because I was consistent. I was honest, which I was, because on some days just wasn't really working for me, but I still went for the walk. I still managed to live another day without a smoke. I wasn't going to die or anything. And yeah, so I'm proud of all my efforts that it's taken me to get this far, and I'm not going back.
A lot of people stopping smoking take up vaping straight away, or as they actually offer it as a sort of alternative to smoking. Why didn't you take up vaping, and have you seen others sort of go from one habit to another?
Yeah, I didn't want that, because vaping is just another source of smoking. So if you're going to give up smoking cigarettes, it's a pretty no-brainer if you're going to smoke a vape. Well, you're not really giving up. Well, and that's how I felt. You know, other people had to have the vape just to counteract for the nicotine. But I just had a strong mind and I wanted to give it up. So I didn't want the vape because I'm just going to get hooked onto another smoking source. So I didn't want that. So I said, no, I don't want a vape. I just have that spray. And then some gum. I had gum. I didn't use the patches, but I had a couple of the chewing gum. They're terrible too. But yeah, I like the spray because it did deter me from wanting to smoke. It's a terrible taste, you know. I can't explain it. It's worse than nicotine. You know, nicotine was nice because that's what I enjoyed every time. But in that spray, that's not nicotine. That's terrible stuff, which made me give up. Yeah, and like, I love that terrible stuff, but I won't take it anymore because it's too terrible. Yeah.
So how long were you a smoker for? How did you start smoking in the first place?
Oh my gosh, I've been smoking because it was just around me all the time, you know, as a kid. So I wanted to try it. So I started smoking at a very young age, so 40 plus years I would have been smoking for. And a lot of them couldn't get over how well I actually did it, you know, not having the cigarette. I did have a couple of cigarettes after I started the challenge, but once, because I had that spray, every time I had that cigarette it was just terrible. I didn't want it. So when I thought I wanted a cigarette, I just sprayed my mouth. And then go for a walk. By the time I got home from my walk, the taste of that nicotine stuff was gone out of my mouth and I was hungry. Yeah. And that too. So I think instead of smoking now, I'm like eating different things, which might be not good for me. Hence is why I'm starting to walk again. Because the stuff that I was putting in my mouth probably wasn't that great for me. But it was better than putting a cigarette in my mouth.
Because that's another deterrent for a lot of women maybe that are trying to give up smoking is the putting on weight when you stop smoking. And so they go back to smoking because they're getting, you know, putting on weight and not liking how they look.
I felt like that too. I wanted just to put it in my mouth because I wanted to, I don't know, eat foreign things that I never used to. I'm not a sweet girl. I don't like much lollies and that. To having packets of dollar bag lollies in my bag. Oh, I need a smoke. And then, like, oh, I think my short's not fitting me properly. So yeah, I had to like counter that too. It was pretty hard. It's pretty hard to not eat things that are yummy. Yeah, and quick, yummy and quick. Yeah. That's where all the calories are in the yummy and quick kai. So yeah, started back up walking, so out the gate, awesome. Yeah.
What have you noticed the most about your haora? What the key changes for you?
Oh, I'm just more, my taste buds are back, so I can taste everything that I chew now. Just my well-being. You know, my well-being is on now. You know, before I was like sluggish and lazy, and I'm really up and at 'em now. I'm just so busy that I love it. Yeah, I love it. From this time last year, I feel more healthier. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to live longer, and I just feel taller too. I feel taller. I don't know why. It's probably because of the, I'm not getting all those toxins and that in my body when I'm smoking. So yeah, I do. I feel taller, I feel healthier. Even sometimes I know I'm not healthy. But yeah, I'm doing really, really great, I feel. Yeah. And then this too, I don't even care what anybody else is thinking. I only care what I'm thinking. And I do know that that was the best thing that I could have done for myself, was give up smoking.
And your whānau, what do they think about it?
They couldn't believe me, actually. They said, oh, you're not going to give up. And then that made me even more determined to give up. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you've been smoking too long, you can't do that. And that really did, that was another incentive for me, was to prove them wrong, that I can do this. Oh, so you think I can't do this, right? I'm going to prove you wrong, I'm going to do it. And then it was crazy because they said, oh, are you still smoke free? Oh, you want a cigarette? I said, no, I don't smoke anymore. They're like, what? Even my breathers that came to give me a cigarette, I said, no, I don't smoke anymore. They're like, no, sis, yeah, have a smoke. So I'd say, no, I don't smoke anymore. But they're that thing to give it to me. So I'll just grab it, take out a couple of cigarettes and give it back because it makes them feel good that I took the smokes out of the packet. Yeah. But I didn't smoke them. I gave them to someone else that smoked. Yeah. But it just got them off my back by going, yeah, you know, pressuring me to have a cigarette. But I took it, but I didn't smoke it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the mental toughness is real.
Yeah, it was real. I mean, you know, it did cross my mind that you want a cigarette. You know, you just finished a beautiful kai, you know, especially after a kai you have a good old cigarette and you're like, kick back. Well, even that, after the kai, I said, no, you don't want a cigarette. And then I just put it in my mind that, no, you don't want a cigarette. You want to live a healthy life. Yeah, this is why you're doing it, for our babies, for our mokos. And then I just stuck it in my mind to say, no, you don't want to smoke. It's germy, it costs too much, it's not good for you. And those were the types of things that I was saying to myself, pretty much on a daily too. Because it was that urge. Someone will come in and then they'll light up their cigarette and I'm like, no, you don't want to smoke. And then you're smelling it and you have to have that willpower to not want it. And I had that willpower. Yeah, I so didn't want the smoke. I so wanted to save my money. I don't want to be buying smokes anymore. I don't want to be smoking cigarettes around my kids and my mokos because it's not cool.
Because, I mean, as you say, that's how you sort of started, is because it was around you.
Yeah. All the time, you know, the drinking, the smoking, the good times. So, yeah, I wanted to make that break, and make that change. And I feel so good that I managed to give up smoking. In 400 days, I'm happy. I'm going 4,000. So I still jot it down on my phone, put the thing, my date, whatever I'm doing, however I'm feeling, and just jot it down on my phone, and then I can go back, oh, look how you conquered that day when you wanted a cigarette. Look what you did. You know, look how you, changed your mindset from wanting to have a cigarette to not having the cigarette. Yeah. So, yeah, we did a lot of walking. Yeah.
Do you give advice to others that are going through this journey?
I kind of do. There's a lot of them that are a little bit don't like to hear what I have to say because they're not ready. Yeah. So I do try and think my whānau and my friends to give up smoking, but I can't really make them give up smoking. They have to do it themselves. Yeah. But if they can see someone that's actually done it, maybe they might take on the challenge and do it themselves. Because it's up again, the quit smoking challenge. Media's already given me a pamphlet to share around to the family. And, I do want others to, give it up because, and at the end of the day, you'll breathe better. You're not huffing and puffing anymore. Well, I'm not. Yeah. And I feel way greater than I did when I was smoking. And then when I haven't got the smoke, you get those, I don't know, they call it anxiety now, but I just call it, it's a fiend. I'm fiending to have the nicotine hit. And then I'd be crabby and moody and angry and sad and happy, your ahua is just everything. everything, you're everything in one day. You're sad, you're happy, you're, yeah, everything. So I'm glad that I'm not that anymore. I'm happy. I'm just straight happy. I'm just straight happy. If I'm angry with them, I'm angry for 5 minutes, but I'm not angry all day like as if I was when I was still smoking cigarettes. And I didn't have a cigarette. I was angry. I was moody. You couldn't talk to me. And now I'm a social butterfly. But yeah, I'm so glad that I gave up smoking cigarettes. And I didn't go onto the vape. Because a lot of them gave up the cigarettes, but now they're vaping. Yeah, and I don't know, I feel the vape is actually worse than the cigarettes. But yeah, I try and tell my friends and that, nah, give it up. They're still trying. Some of them are still trying to give it up. My friend in Nelson, she gave up cigarettes, and it was ages ago, but she took up vaping. And now she's trying to give up the vaping. So I would have been in her shoes. I give up smoking cigarettes just so I can vape. Yeah. It's another money you have to give over, and you're still smoking up the nicotine. It might smell nice, but it's doing the same thing. It's ruining your health, your lungs, your everything, really. Yeah, so, yeah, I am still trying to push it across to my family and friends to give it up, but at the end of the day, it's up to them. Yeah.
Well, Shelley, I think that's a positive note to end on.
Yes, me too.
Thank you very much for your inspiring kōrero today. And
thank you for having
kaha,
me.
Keep going.
Yes, I will. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, that's us for episode 5 of Turanga Health is Wealth. We've only got one more episode to go, whānau. I hope you guys have enjoyed all this inspiring, awesome kōrero today. But for now, nohora mai.